Okay, real talk. When most people hear the word abundance, their brain goes straight to money, more stuff, more zeros in the bank account. And that is amazing. But listen, that's just part of it. If you walked away from the last episode understanding that manifestation is about embodying the experience, not just wanting the thing, then abundance is where the embodiment gets tested, because abundance isn't about having more. It's about feeling full, feeling safe, feeling supported, feeling grounded, feeling happy, feeling like your most authentic self before the more ever shows up. And that's what we're breaking down today, including this week's homework for the week. And fair warning, it's simple, but it's not always easy. Welcome back to the Spiritual Shitshow. I'm Nguyen, and today we are bridging between where you are and where you're trying to get to. Last episode was all about embodiment, and today we're going deeper into abundance and why tracking it can honestly feel a little sticky, even for me. Let's get into it. We're going to start with gratitude versus abundance and why gratitude is the easy door. So here's the thing about gratitude. Gratitude is easy. I can sit here right now and say, I'm grateful for the shoes that I get to wear. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for. It's easy. That gratitude list can be long and easy to create. And that's real. That's valid. That's beautiful. Gratitude is the attitude. It is a beautiful practice. But it's also comfortable. It's specific. It's personal. It's usually pointed at something you already know you have. Abundance is a different muscle. Abundance asks you to zoom out from what you do have to what is everywhere, overflowing, more than enough for me, for you, for everyone. And when you actually try to track that, it can get interesting because our brains are wired for scarcity. We're wired to scan for what's missing, not what's overflowing. So noticing abundance takes practice. It's not instinct, it's a skill. And this is what came in Energy Club, but the metaphor that came in was if you were to imagine everybody in your neighborhood planting one apple tree in their yard. By the time harvest season rolled around, you would have so many apples, more than any one household could possibly eat, that the entire neighborhood could feed the entire community. That's abundance. It's not about one person hoarding a giant apple orchard. It's about recognizing that when nature does its thing, it overproduces. It doesn't make just enough. It makes more than enough every single time. And if you've ever kept a sourdough starter, you know exactly where I'm going with this. You start with this tiny little jar of flour and water, and within the week, you are absolutely swimming in starter. You're feeding it, discarding half of it, giving jars away to friends, Googling what to do with all of this sourdough, and probably gaining 20 pounds. This is abundance in real time happening in your kitchen. Nature, even in a jar on your counter, doesn't know how to make just enough. It makes more. That's the frequency we're talking about. So why does abundance matter for manifestation? Because if your nervous system is stuck believing that everything is scarce, limited, not enough to go around, you cannot embody a life of abundance. Your body won't believe it, and no matter what your journal says, I want. If your physical body is not attuned and aligned with abundance, you will be writing your manifestations for years. Once you start training your eyes and your energy to actually see abundance already happening around you all the time, everywhere, that's when you start to embody it. And that's the bridge. Gratitude says, thank you for what I have. And abundance says, look how much there is. Look how much there already is. Two different frequencies. Both matter. But abundance is the one that most of us skip. All right, so here's your homework. And I want you to actually sit down and write this. Don't just think about it in your head while you're driving. Hopefully you have your gratitude practice. I am grateful for. I am grateful for. I am grateful for. And hopefully you also have your I am list. I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am abundant. I am loving. I am creative. I am a beautiful friend. I am a great dancer. I am an artist. I am, you keep going with that. You know where we're going. So we're going to write our gratitude list. We're going to write our I am list. And then we're going to add to this your abundance list. What do I see abundantly? And what can I acknowledge there is an abundance of? Again, not what you're grateful for. What is simply a lot of overflowing more than enough in my life? Then we're going to put these two sentences together. I am, and I have an abundance of. I am loving, and I have an abundance of love and support in my life. I am creative, and I have an abundance of ideas. I am a teacher, and I have an abundance of things to teach. There is an abundance of. When you're driving, when you're walking, when you're just living your daily life, take a moment and look around. What is there an abundance of right now? There is an abundance of sunlight. There is an abundance of opportunity. There is an abundance of creative ideas. There's an abundance of smiles in this room right now. There's an abundance of people who are waking up to love. Write as many as you can. Don't overthink it. Some will feel obvious and some will feel like a stretch. Write those down especially. The ones that feel sticky are usually the ones your nervous system needs to hear the most. Sit with those two sentences. I am, and I have an abundance of. And notice how different it feels from your gratitude list, because it will feel different. And if you're like me, as I'm doing this, I feel sticky. I can definitely notice I definitely can see in my life where it's easier to attune to scarcity and the lack and what I don't have than noticing what is abundant in my life. Like, that question for me is really sticky. What literally is abundant in my life? Hard. It's hard. And that's the muscle that we have to practice. All right, that's the episode for the Spiritual Shit Show. I'm Julie Nguyen. Now go track your abundance and do so with love and joy and fun. I'll see you next time.